Hello, everyone. Welcome to Harv's World, where we are back for more PV Uncharted. Oh, we're getting our cattle taken care of today, and unless I miss my guess, I need to go back and get a lot more TMR because Caveman's out there spending our hard-earned. He just bought another 56 cattle, if I noticed that right. Another $140,000 worth of Black Angus for our feed lot. How's everybody doing? Eric Koontz, Matthew Albert, Sharko, of course, who's with us on the map, Firefighting Farmer, and Ethan Hollingsworth, and Jordan, that Canadian kid, back with us again. How are you doing, Jordan? How's everybody on a midweek? You getting over the hump? Fingers crossed, all that jazz. We've got a lot going on today, let me tell you. We need to get some fields taken care of. We're going to get our cattle herd up and running a little bit stronger today. Our big goal, the big ultimate goal for this map is to have a massive cattle herd. And we've kind of put that on the back burner to get caught up on some other things. We really need to start focusing on that again. And I have some pre-made TMR in here. Doing good, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm going to need your help tonight. It's been a pretty tough week, and I'm flagging a little bit. I'm a little tired, so all the help you can give me as far as chat and whatnot, keep things moving along, would be very, very much appreciated. I realize it's my show and not yours, but audience participation makes things go a lot easier. Trust me on this. I might know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Only a little bit. I'm not going to say I'm an expert. I've got a long way to go before I'll say that. Getting over the hump in low gear. As an example, I literally had a 15-hour workday yesterday at my regular job. Alright, there's 56 cattle delivered. We're going to pass each other on the way through again, and he's going to pick up one more truckload. Look at him tearing through there. That's awesome. No, Ethan used to run cattle. Outstanding, dude. Where was that at? You don't have to tell us, like, where. Just I'm wondering what part of the world you're from. And if you've told me and I don't remember, I apologize. I'm keeping track of almost 5,000 people these days. Can you believe it? We're almost to 5,000.
Wow.
That's nice.
Also, Harvey forgot to introduce us.
And, I apologize. Thank you for pointing
No
that
worries.
out. Yeah, we've got Caveman with us. You saw him blow past me. And we've got Sharko, of course. Sharko's probably going to be spending a little more time with us because his work season is wrapping up. Lower you down. Gotta clean up after these obnoxious
Actually,
guys.
be able to make the Sunday streams.
Woohoo!
Well, that'll be nice.
We're getting to a point where we've got work for... Why are you not... Oh, because I'm full. I need to empty some of this TMR out before it'll work. Alright. Let's go feed... No, I was thinking the TMR tip-in was the straw tip-in. Am I just not close? There we go. That's the problem.
Northern Australia.
Oh, outstanding. We have another guy from Australia who's running sheep right now, or is that you? He's in the Discord. I know I've talked to him a few times, but he runs sheep in Australia. And it's doing quite well, as I understand it. I saw a lot of cattle yesterday. Thousands of head. Kevin! How you doing, Kev? Sorry to put you off yesterday, my man. I was just telling these guys I had a 15-hour workday yesterday, and so you have my apologies for that, for not being able to follow through on what we were discussing.
and Ethan says it was him.
Oh, okay, okay. You used to run cattle, now you're running sheep. Gotcha.
Which do you prefer running, Ethan? Cattle or sheep?
That's a good question.
Wouldn't smell worse. Guess cows don't really smell unless you're carrying a huge bunch of their manure.
I don't know. I think cows are pretty stinky.
I know bull haulers don't smell too good.
Yeah, you ever get blown by on the highway by a cattle hauler? Whoo! You can smell them for a mile after they pass you. Why are you being so finicky today, Mr. TMR Mixer? I know we don't have nearly enough. Let's look and see how much. Alright. We now have 175 Black Angus. I just cleaned them up. Now we're okay. We're okay for food. We're going to need straw. We'll take care of that later. I think we've got them sorted out at this point. Give them some water, though. We're not as concerned about our dairy herd, but we do want these Black Angus to do well for us. There we go. Oh, they needed water bad. Okay. Oh, you can say that again, Jordan. I mean, cows are pretty smelly, but pigs? There's a reason they call them pigs, let me tell you. Oh my gosh, do they smell. There was a pig farm in the town I grew up in for years, and the whole town has grown up past the pig farm now, so obviously it's gone. But I will never forget that place. I can point out exactly where it was, just because of that smell.
I know down the street from us there's a chicken farm, but not one of the enclosed ones.
Oh god,
It
yeah.
reeks.
I'm sure.
It reeks when you drive by. Luckily, I don't live close enough to it. But if you're driving down the highway, it just reeks. But I've never smelled pigs, so I wouldn't know how bad pigs are.
You'd remember.
I've never seen a pig farm, so
I'm just gonna drive this TMR mixer on over to the silos so we can start harvesting this sorghum. We've got all the cattle moved now, right? Yeah.
Yes. All the cattle is moved.
Excellent.
Waiting on you over here at the harvester.
I'm almost there. 26 miles an hour, man. The wind is blowing through my hair, trust me. Not. We're going to be doing some interesting stuff this stream. Just park right here. At least I think it's interesting. Hopefully you guys will too. Now obviously I think you all know at this point how labor intensive this map is, especially when it comes to forestry, because clearing a place for anything requires mucho forestry. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Hang on, got to get my GPS set up. And that won't be happening. There it is. Man, what is going on today? I've had nothing but troubles.
it's too cool.
I'm hitting every button wrong.
cool.
Doing everything wrong today. Too cool. How you doing, man? There we go. And Kevin, you may have noticed we upgraded our harvesters. We put the extended bins on top. These things will hold a ton of money. Matthew Butcher, a new subscriber. Welcome to Harv's World. Thanks for joining up, man. Appreciate you being here if you're watching the stream. Oh, and I have to apologize to you guys. There is road construction going on the street just outside my place. And you're probably going to hear some backup beeping. And you're probably going to hear a few other obnoxious type things. Hang on, caveman. I'll get this sorted.
Okay.
There we go.
So you were digging into the ground a little bit there, weren't you?
I was. I needed to raise my header up a little bit. That's better. Gibber on. What's the good word, man? So yeah, I apologize. You know, you'll hear the junk scraping the ground and lots of racket. So totally beyond my control. We've been talking about these fields before we got started today, and we were wondering what we were going to plant in them. Preferences, anyone? Anyone have preferences about what we should put back in these fields? We're probably not going to get it all done today, but we're going to try. Bradley, we, each of us, at least Caveman and I, wanted to extend you a personal thank you for pointing out that tree sound mod. We actually did try it last stream, and it's pretty spectacular, I have to admit. It's a pretty cool mod. It does a very, very nice job of adding tree sounds to your forestry work. Go on. I'm with you. There you go. I guess
Yes, it's amazing.
yeah. They got the sounds just right.
They did. They even got that clunk noise they make when you drop a log on a log.
Yes, they do. And if things go the way I plan for them to go tonight, you'll get to hear some of that.
Oh, this is what farming's meant to look like.
Oh, too cool. So how are the best farmers in the world doing? You stopped in to check on us after you checked on them? Look at that. That's a screenshot I have to have right there. Look at that. That is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Right, too cool? Isn't that mod awesome? It's funny how just something so minor like adding the sound of a tree cracking and falling can really add to your game, but it really does. It's impressive.
Well, that probably been so much better for off the grid. Every tree falling over.
Well,
Yeah, why couldn't that have been a thing when you started that series?
right. Well, why wouldn't they have put something in like that to begin with? Is my question.
At least even
Come
with
on,
the
Giants.
clunking, just a tree falling, like you cut it down and play the same sound, and I think would just be so much better.
If a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, does it make a sound? Well, that depends on whether you're playing Farm Sim or not, apparently.
Harv, next pass, can you get Caveman on the inside so I can empty him?
Caveman, when you get to the end, do an immediate swing around, please.
Yeah.
I mean, I can if you want. I mean, I'm only at 39%.
Yeah, we have seriously huge grain tanks now. I think these will hold about 28,000 liters now.
Wow. So you don't even need me. Or at
Oh,
least
we
all the
we
time.
need you.
they
Yeah,
don't need me like all the
if you
time
wanted
like
to
used
if
in
you wanted
small
to
ones.
if you wanted to plow a few rows while we're doing this, you know, we can call you when we need you.
Yeah, call me when you're getting full.
It's sorghum, so it's not a high
Yield.
high yield crop. Thank you.
So do you still want me to make the immediate turnaround?
It doesn't matter now.
Okay.
But this way we could be making different kinds of progress on this field. He can be plowing it. After sorghum's like corn, and it's actually a real similar crop. Sorghum is interesting, actually, and it's actually replacing corn in a lot of places that produce corn for cattle feed or animal feed because sorghum requires a lot less water. It's not as water intensive as corn is, so farmers are starting to turn to it more.
And I forgot. Farmers have to water their crops.
It depends on where they are. Like in the Midwest, they don't water. There's no
So say up here
irrigation.
they don't, so it just doesn't matter. Yeah. But I forgot like in other places they do water them a lot.
Oh yeah, you have the central pivots. You have walking irrigation lines, basically. Well, they're rolling irrigation lines. It's really, I
They're
mean,
cool looking.
yeah, very cool.
I wish you could actually like properly install one of those on like a farming sim,
It's
not just like a placeable like.
well,
Ooh,
irrigation for crops is becoming a very, very challenging subject these days too. There's a big aquifer. If you don't know what an aquifer is, it's an underground lake basically. And there's one you look it up sometime if you're interested. It's called the Ogallala Aquifer, and it pretty much runs from Wyoming, North Dakota, all the way down into Texas. The thing is massive.
really?
Yeah. And so the Dust Bowl in the 1930s, when basically Oklahoma dried up and blew away, lost all of their topsoil, they overtilled the soils and everything. Um, well, that area is prone to drought anyway, which is part of the reason I can give you the whole story about what happened during the Dust Bowl that caused all that to happen. Needless to say, eventually they learned how to tap into those underground reservoirs, these aquifers. Well, they have tapped in, and remember, this is an underground lake that's 1,000 miles long. They are actually at this point dangerously depleting that aquifer. They're taking so much water out of it that it's down by over half.
Wow. That's not just concerning for the water. That could also lead to like cracks and all that. Well, not cracks, but
Oh yeah, I mean,
sinkhole.
potentially that's absolutely true.
Especially one that big.
Caveman Bradley wants to know if he uses the Rocky Field mod. He can't use the unit convert like mod, one or the other. I'm not sure what he means.
Bradley, I don't know if you can use them together or not. I don't play with either one of them personally, and can't say I've ever tested either one of them out.
Isn't the Rocky Field mod part of this map, or
Um,
does it add Rocky Fields to base game type maps?
Never heard of the Rocky Field mod before, honestly. And I don't use the unit convert mod.
I don't either.
Hmm.
We probably should since we're playing mostly in the U.S. We use more bushels over here than liters, obviously. What do they need all that aquifer for? Really? Really? Oh, the rocks on that field are getting causing us some serious lag now.
Low
Yep,
clap.
starting to get a little bit of lag.
Oh, are you full, caveman?
Yes, I actually found a full point on this thing.
Holy crap! What's the final tally on that?
29,100.
Oh wow, even better than I thought.
Oh, you're going to come to a caveman?
Yeah, I'll come over there to it.
Seems like we're getting a lot more rocks off that field than we normally do.
Oh, they're big, especially like the rust and all that. Big, they're massive. The rocks.
Well, we need the scrap metal, I'll tell you.
We need the coal and the sand as well.
There's a lot of coal.
Good. We need the coal badly. We need to produce a lot of steel, nails, concrete blocks, all kinds of crap to start building some of the stuff we want to build. I ended
Forget how
up.
slow this thing empties.
Yeah, that's the downside. The only downside to these harvesters is they do empty very, very slow. So, when you're ready to empty, just park next to a trailer and read a book for a few minutes.
Take a nap.
Take a nap.
Also, we got a blue gem in the field.
A
Aquamarine.
sapphire or an aquamarine?
Light blue or
Aquamarine,
dark
looks
blue?
like. Light blue.
Aquamarine.
Aquamarine.
What color is diamond?
Clear?
Is it more of a clear?
So, Jordan, I'm not sure I quite understand this. How you're moving into an apartment over time. Like, at least here, we have to, you rent an apartment, you have the keys, and you just move in immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, usually it takes like a month. It's like a house.
A month to do what?
You sign a contract and you rent for like a certain date. And usually the date's 3 months from now. Like from when you do it.
But they let you move your stuff in while you're waiting?
Oh, does he let stuff move in?
Well, he was telling me the other day that Jordan was saying just the other day that he was able to move stuff in, that they had
I know
moved some of his stuff into his apartment.
I do know some places will let you move it in early if no one's in the thing. I do know that. For your leases, they just won't let you live there because.
Oh,
Oh.
Jordan's parents are the landlord. Okay, sorry, Jordan. Like I said, I'm trying to track
makes
too many
sense.
people now.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So usually it's only a few days they let you move things in earlier. I was going to say. But yeah, if your parents are landlords, that definitely makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Now, last stream we did our big corn harvest, our tribute. That might not be aquamarine. That might be sapphire in the field there.
Oh, the one I just did?
Yeah, aquamarines are usually more turquoise colored.
No, there's a turquoise in the middle of the field. I thought that's where.
I'm talking about this blue one right on the edge next to the truck.
It's a glass.
Oh, is that a bottle?
Yeah. It's a bottle.
You
One I
get
just
this other.
passed.
Oh, I see that now. Yep, that's a bottle, all right.
Other field too.
Oh yeah, let's kill them both off. The reason we're running sorghum, we actually did a test because there's several things we can run to produce diesel with now, and we tested corn versus sorghum, and sorghum runs a higher yield than corn. Hang on, Sharko, I got to tip some into the back trailer.
Yep.
So all this sorghum is going straight to diesel production.
No dumping.
Oh man, you got a new washing machine and a new dryer too.
Nice.
Wow. Those aren't cheap.
Why am I not
Something nice to
tipping in
have.
here? I was just off target, just a smidge.
It's definitely nice to have a new washing machine and all that.
Abso-flogging-lutely. It could be
It does look
anything.
like a bed.
It probably is it's either a bed spring or a vehicle spring. Oh no, that square one. Yeah,
It's
we've
just
seen
a bunch of rebar.
we've seen entire exhaust systems,
Rims,
rims. Yep.
valve covers.
Oh, there's a bunch of scrap metal in this field. Big things too.
Something either look like an oil pan. Something look like an oil pan.
There's a massive spring over where I am right now. Like an actual spring.
I'll tell you the the stuff coming out of the field, it's a pretty cool and unique concept. But I'll tell you, it's kind of almost like anything else you might run into. Um, After a while, you're going, really, I've got to do one more pass on this field to pick this junk up. It does get to a point where it's like, that was pretty cool the first 10 times I did it. Now it's just another chore.
It'd be cool if when you created a field it happened.
It
then, like,
does.
but when you weren't creating a field, it wouldn't do it. 'Cause after you harvest the field like 5 times, I don't think you'd be pulling massive rocks out of the ground and scrap metal.
Yeah, but we need that stuff badly, so it's
Well, I
good
know
that
we
it
do.
does. Um, what we really need is a plow that has a hitch on the back of it that we could put a small trailer behind it to tow along
Oh,
and pick
yes.
that stuff up.
Hey, Ben, you're good at welding, aren't you?
Somewhat.
Caveman's got enough on his plate right now.
If I knew how, I would do it. I just don't know how.
Yeah, me too.
Not too good with a welder, but I'm pretty good with a welding rod, a set of jumper cables, and a battery.
So an arc welder. Actually, I'd be pretty good at with an arc welder. Actually, I
Ca-
believe.
Caveman's never used the actual machine of anything to do what it was supposed to do.
He just found a way to do it another way.
Exactly. Yeah, Kevin. Killer Nova, huh? You want to see the Killer Nova?
We could probably build a car of some sort from all the parts in this field.
we, where did we? Well, we ran the Killer Nova on Island Life, didn't we? Isn't that the one that we
Yes, we did.
jumped into the sea?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes.
Oh, and we bought chickens last time. We're growing chickens now, and so we needed sunflowers to feed our chickens. Chickens on this map are quite different. It has nothing to do with Maize Plus or the Maize Plus forage extension. But chickens on this map require grain like they normally would, but they also require an oil seed like sunflower, and they also require straw, water, and some type of fruit. Watermelon, to be exact, was one of the fruits you can use. But if you don't have watermelon, you don't take much of a hit, like 10%. So we are just running. Actually, we could take a look at that real quick. If I were a thinking man. Yeah, so wheat, barley, or rye for 80%. Sunflowers will give you an additional 10, and then lettuce, watermelon, tomatoes, or cucumbers will give you an additional 10.
You can grow lettuce, can't you?
In greenhouses.
Ah.
That's a greenhouse crop.
That's right, Caveman is the mechanic.
He's a good welder. He just doesn't use a torch.
Oh,
He
yeah.
uses the car battery.
Car battery, jumper
Hey.
cables, and a welding
And some
rod.
thermite. Maybe some thermite too.
Thermite.
Hey, I didn't say that I did my job the way everybody else did. All I said was I could get it done.
That's why we have you on the farm, Caveman, because you get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Caveman is the real life version of Larry the Cable Guy.
Yes. Yes, he is.
If these harvesters had just a couple hundred more horsepower on them, we could run bigger headers. We might try that at some point anyway, but they are a little light on the horsepower. But they are fantastic harvesters. I would strongly recommend them if you have an opportunity. They're on ModHub.
We are on flat ground, Harv.
Yeah, if we were on hilly ground, we might really have an issue with these.
We're on flat ground, so bigger header might not be an issue. Just don't stop.
Yeah, but you see that big plot off to our west? Plot 18?
It's hilly. Oh, it is hilly.
Not only is it hilly, that's where all the loamy soil is. So we do need to crack that bad boy open at some point and put some good sized fields in it to take advantage of the good soil over there. Oh, did you hear that, Caveman? FF just called you a wannabe.
I'm not even going to dignify that one with a response.
Good for you. Mr. Swede. How you doing at 2 or 3 in the morning, whatever it is in Sweden right now? Alright, when it comes to Sweden, I have just 2 words. Anna Nystrom. Look her up for yourself. But if that's not the personification of Sweden, I don't know what is. Let me rephrase that. That sounded bad because I totally turned her into a that instead of a her, and I didn't mean it that way. If she's not the personification of Sweden, I don't know what is. Hey, Robbie Hagner, how you doing, man? I don't recall seeing you in the stream before, but appreciate you dropping in. How you doing? What's the good word? We are getting our sorghum off this field. Going to get these fields re-prepped and replanted. We are still looking for suggestions. Anybody who might want to see a particular crop in these fields. Caveman already put hemp out there. Douglas is it Redenius? Douglas? Welcome to the stream and thank you for becoming a Harv's World member, my man. I don't recall seeing you have. I keep saying this, and I do apologize, guys, and I will stop saying this because I know it's getting repetitive at this point, but I have a lot of people to keep track of these days, and if I don't always remember seeing you or something, please don't take that personally. We have grown to a point where remembering everything about everybody is just not feasible anymore. Sadly, or gladly. Not sadly, that's kind of stupid, isn't it? Sadly, we're getting so many people, I can't even keep track of you anymore. Some of you go away. No, that's not what we want. This is very much the more the merrier type situation. Well, I hope they like to be outside, Bradley. I sure as heck don't want them inside.
Definitely, I don't want them inside either. Even though
Yeah,
they're
I
actually
don't
gone
either.
now.
You might,
Mosquitoes are gone from up here.
considering how slow these harvesters unload, Sharko, you might consider running some chaser on us. Oh, Gibberon wants to see cotton.
Ooh.
Nystrom, Nystrom, Anna Nystrom. Hey Harley, how you doing? Always good to have you with us. How's the baseball bat? The Joker? I don't think you're gonna get me before I hit the end of this field.
Yeah, I might not.
You probably are. Just go grab Caveman. I've got a couple passes left in me before I absolutely
Yeah,
have
I'm
to
only
have
at
it.
82%. But come on.
Well, I'm at 82 also.
But you unload slow.
He can just get to you before, because you're on an outside lane now, so he can unload you.
Right.
Where I'm on an inside lane. You think so too, Cool? I thought she looked like a very nice girl.
Too close.
Oh, Douglas, outstanding. We get a good Australian following. Really good. Have had lots of you Aussies come in. feel free to join us in the Discord too. Harvest World Discord is always free. And as a Harvest World member, you do have access to the dedicated server running this map with these mods. Have we updated the mods recently on the dedicated
No,
server?
we haven't, because we were trying to figure out what was causing the problem for us. We wanted to get that cleaned up before we updated. Remember?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, another guy who frequently joins us, Phil Otto, is from Australia also. And I'll give him a quick shout out. He's in the Discord. He's also a fellow YouTuber. He's got a small channel where he does time lapse farm sim type stuff, if that's your bag. So it would seem, Bradley, I'm going to be full before I hit the end of this row. Watch. There's going to be like one. Yes, I knew it. There's going to be like one bloody stalk left. Come on. Back it up. I'm swinging out for you, Sharko. There you go. All right, too cool. Have a safe trip, man.
Yep. Be safe out there.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I get all my packages on time. That would matter if I lived in Texas.
I know yesterday I spent 5 hours driving for work.
I was 3 hours driving for work yesterday.
For you?
Yep.
Nice. Were you getting paid for like work hours or just driving to work?
Getting paid. So the reason I had such a long day yesterday is because I had to go to a stakeholders meeting in the evening in California for people who are trying to repair the damage from the Tamarack fire that happened a few months ago over there.
Mm.
And our agency covers the county where that fire happened. So we went over to present them with some information about what options we might be able to provide to assist them with rehabilitating their forest lands. But it was an hour and a half away, so hour and a half drive over, 2.5 hour meeting, another hour and a half drive back, and that was after the regular workday was over.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all good. It's not like I get, I'm salaried, so it's not like I get overtime or anything, but I get comp time for it.
No, we had a tent delivery 2 hours away from where we live. So that was fun. 4 hours of just that day was just for that one tent.
I hope they had a very lovely wedding and that their marriage lasts a long time.
It's actually a very beautiful property because all the leaves up here are like rich red and yellow. It is beautiful.
I guess we lost our chaser bed driver again. Okay. Never mind.
He was distracted.
I'm working on the field. I thought, oh, you're not empty caveman?
No, I just, let you go ahead and empty harp so he didn't get to a full stop.
Too late.
That's what I was hoping to do, but he didn't make it to the end of the row, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'll run this sorghum up to the shell plant. Come back and start collecting rocks, I suppose.
And I've got more money to spend.
And you've got more money to spend. That's the final
I
row.
actually have to leave soon.
I'll grab this last little bit. Just
So actually, I have to leave soon anyways, so.
not that soon.
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah, 8:15.
Have we been at this 45 minutes already?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Holy shnikes, dude.
I know, I looked down at the clock, I'm like, oh wow, okay.
I didn't realize it either.
Well, the fires were getting under control, Kevin. Good question, though. But what has happened is there's a new fire that popped up. I think it's the KNP complex fire. So there's the two big ones, the Caldor fire and the Dixie fire. They're getting a handle on. They are getting control of those. But the new fire is causing a lot of problems. In fact, the first time in about 3 weeks it was really smoky over here. Really smoky. Now we got a good harvest off this. Probably about 170,000 liters. That's up to Caveman and Charco, Bradley.
One day, maybe.
Maybe one day.
I mean, I know Harv knows what I look like, but I don't know if Caveman knows what I look like.
I don't know either.
Actually, no, you do. Caveman does know what I look like, I'm pretty sure. Or he could know what I look like if he wanted to.
Man, these harvesters empty slow.
Mm-hmm.
So slow.
You want me to set a worker on to finish this field? Actually, probably not, because I'll probably do the last field, so never mind. I won't do that.
Say what?
So I can hire a worker to quickly finish off this field when I leave.
That's fine. Go ahead.
But I realized the other field might be too close.
It's not.
Is it not?
No, we kind of
I
fixed
spaced
that.
them so they wouldn't be.
Okay.
Hey, Blitzkrieg, how you doing, man? We were just finishing up a really big sorghum harvest, 181,000 liters. That's outstanding.
Apparently, I can't hire a worker.
Mouse, buddy, how you doing?
You have to turn GPS off first.
Okay.
Bradley did a
No,
face reveal when he cracked his lip open.
Well, I guess I'll be back in roughly a half an hour.
All right, we'll
Alrighty,
see you in a little
See
bit.
everyone when I get back.
See you when you get back.
Man, that's a good haul. 180,000 liters.
Oh yeah, that's a good haul.
I'm sure most everybody in stream right now knows, but Mouse2222 runs his own YouTube channel as well. In fact, we have Mouse to thank for this particular map because I saw him showing it off one day and talked to him about it, and he said he'd be perfectly fine if we wanted to stream it too. Obviously, two different styles. Everybody's going to do their own thing, and that's a great thing about an open map like this where you can do whatever you want. Is everybody's going to come up with something different. So appreciate you being so open to that, Mouse. But you guys might want to check out his channel if you're not aware of him yet. He is the king of mods. I swear. He's like and I've said this many times in the past. He's probably sick of hearing it, but he's a bloody mod encyclopedia.
Yeah, he is a bit of a mod encyclopedia.
He really is. This map is PV Uncharted, just like it says in the thumbnail. I personally, and a mouse is going to disagree with me, but I personally have never really found a good way to direct download this. The only successful way I've been able to do it is through PV Tools. PV Tools version 3, it is PC only. But I don't know that Dashnet has made a direct download specifically available for this map. I think. Oh, I never noticed these tanks here before. This is actually filling up with sorghum. That's really cool. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Yeah, it's the little things sometimes. It's the little things. Oh, my pleasure, mouse. We've been doing this a long time, me and you. You've helped me out, and I don't know if I've ever really helped you out directly, but it's the least I can do, man. You do good stuff. Oh, okay, Douglas. It's a lot of fun. Kevin. If Kevin had that many mods, he would just burst into flames. Oh, there you go. Mouse has direct download links available. I don't share anything like that without anybody's permission, and I'll be honest, I don't have time for some of the PR stuff that I probably should pay more attention to. Just because, and between this new job and trying to keep everything up and going for the channel, it's quite the challenge, I have to admit. In fact, I'm thinking about pushing off the grid back to Saturdays instead of Fridays. Just because it would give me one extra day to try to get that video out. Trying to get it done during the week after work and with streams and then other life-like responsibilities can be a bit of a challenge sometimes. Alright, I guess my next chore is collecting rocks.
I think the next one's probably going to be moving the harvesters off the field.
Nope. I got to get these rocks off the field because they're the more they come, the more lag I get, and I can't afford lag.
Okay.
So sorry. I mean, when we were harvesting the sorghum, I was already starting to get a little bit laggy, and you know my frame rate isn't the best to begin with.
Yeah.
It's only on streams, too. I was checking on Off the Grid the other day, and my frame rate's really good there. Baltic Sea, it's running literally 60 plus frames per second. I'm in the, just because there's so much going on that Wilhelmina Forest map now, I'm in the 40 to 50 frames per second.
Well, at that point, it's got to be the map or it's got to be the stream itself.
Well, you know, Wilhelmina, I've, oh gosh, there's a lot of stuff on that map now.
Yeah, but this map's still bigger.
Oh, it's 4 times as big, sure. I am seeing a lot of stone and scrap metal. That's good, because those are the 2 things we need the most of right now.
We need stone.
Wait, no, I was thinking coal. No, we don't need stone. We need coal and scrap metal. I'm not seeing much coal yet. Yeah, Mouse did a real nice build up on Wilhelmina Forest. Didn't you do that twice, Mouse? Didn't you lose one and then have to go back in and remake it? Yeah, I call him Bradley, except he's quiet. These are magic rocks. They want to be picked up, and so any opportunity they have, they will jump right in to move throughout the world.
Oh yeah, they like to jump.
They're Mexican jumping rocks. When we were kids, we were always fascinated by Mexican jumping beans. Have you guys ever seen those? They literally jump. No exaggeration.
A while since I've seen them.
And if I recall, I think what makes them jump is that they've actually got some kind of insect inside of them.
I think you're right.
Nice, Mouse, really nice. Yeah. So you dropped 15,000 trees. What, did you just leave them or something? Or you're just saying you lost the map after you'd already been through cutting 15? I can't even imagine 15,000. I think I've done maybe 8 or 9,000 on Wilhelmina now. 15,000? Wow. And if you guys have ever looked at Wilhelmina, the trees are tighter packed on it than they are on this map. Much more tightly packed.
At least on this map, there's not trees in the middle of the road that they have pre-printed on the map.
Right? You can't even drive a road on Wilhelmina without clearing trees.
Nope, sure can't. You gotta clear trees first thing. Heck, from where you start, you gotta clear a way to get gas, and you gotta clear a way to the sawmill.
Yep. But the sawmill is no more, except now there's a new sawmill in town. There's a new sawmill in town. Jordan, was it you that was asking me what silo I'm using on off the grid now? I think it was you. And I meant to look and I totally forgot. But I will find out. Whoever it was that was asking. Well, guess what we have the most of, caveman?
What? Stone?
Yep. Like that was any big surprise. Do you know off the top of your head if we have bottle number 4 yet or not?
Let me go look at the table.
I can look. I just wondered if.
Well, I'm literally almost here at it, so.
Oh, okay.
Is it the bluish bottle?
Yep.
No, we do not have it.
Oh, well, I'll have to try to pluck that out of the trailer then.
I think we have 1, 8, and 12.
Okay. Thanks, Kevin. Having the sawmill finally should solve a lot of my problems. And I think Chuck would be pleased. If you have to be something, guys, be a Chuck. Oh, and Kevin, didn't you tell me that you found a buyer for the cotton harvester? I thought you said something about that. I was wondering about that, Mouse, whether anybody ever actually officially completes these collections or not. I mean, I'm sure somebody does. Gonna swing back around because I saw one more rock over here.
We might get them completed at some point in time.
Maybe. Although I was looking today and we're only about 6 weeks away from FS22. Do you realize that?
No, I didn't realize that.
That's 12 streams, man. We're in October, FS22 next month.
Oh, wow.
Alright, this is the last pass on the rocks. And you know when Sharko
I mean,
gets back what our plan is?
I mean, you'd think I'd remember it. It literally drops 4 days after my birthday.
We're gonna have to have a caveman birthday celebration stream, guys. What do you think? I think that sounds like a fine idea. I have stopped collecting. I think my front trailer might be full.
And I'll tell you now, it's buggy if you try to do it with the back trailer as well.
Oh, caveman spent more money. He didn't tell me. Look at that.
I was waiting to see how long it could take you to figure it out.
Is that why you were telling me to go move the harvesters?
Yes.
We officially own a log trailer and a tree harvester. We've been leasing them up till now.
We own those.
But those are ours. I don't think for any stream. Oh, I actually got the bottle on the first try. Can you believe that? Can I get it out of here without breaking it? Uh-oh. Ooh, I thought it fell through the earth for a minute. So I should drop this in here and it will go right on that table, right?
Yep, that blue square.
So there's our bottle collection. We've got 4 now. What else do we have? We got video game. We finally got our first video game a couple streams back. FS19, of course. I'll tell you, Bradley, because you're going to be insistent about this. I just know it, and you're going to spoil the surprise. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't sweat the small stuff. We actually have a plan. There's a reason that Caveman bought a tree harvester today. We have a goal to cut out an area of trees so that we could put in a new building. I'm not going to tell you what the building is yet, but it's pretty cool. Tip all this stuff right into our sorter. Sort of. I guess I got it too close. Sometimes you got to fiddle with it a little bit to get it to tip to the right spot so the sorter will just take it all in.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
There it goes.
There's going to be more stuff on the field for you.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm a picking and I'm a grinning. I probably should have moved Sharko's tractor over and put a helper on that to get this moving along a little bit more. We didn't really get much in the way of feedback. I'll tell you, Ethan. You know, you might have
Other than
just
sugar cane.
yeah, you might have just downloaded the game, but that's a good thing because frankly, FS19 is very, very heavily mod dependent. Now, I'm not going to say you have to have mods to play the game, but Giants built the foundation of a game, but it's the mod community that made it into a great game. And I will say that all day long and twice on Sunday. I would say that to the president of Giants if he were standing here in front of me. And I know Giants is actually aware of that fact. And it's going to take FS22 several months to catch up on the mod front. So getting into 19, learning the game mechanics, if you've never played it before, I'm saying if you've never played an FS game before, but learning the game mechanics, how it works, what your favorite mods are, what you're going to look for in the future for mods for 22, stuff like that. And I expect a lot of people will stick with FS19 for several months, if not a year or two after FS22 comes out before they bother to upgrade for that very reason. Maps alone. You know, there's got to be several hundred maps for FS19 now, not counting just the ones on Mod Hub. That's going to be the hardest part of FS9 or FS22 is the limited number of maps. Can you imagine, like, every content creator is going to be restricted to playing the exact same maps. It's going to be like the most brutal competition you ever entered into. And you have to do it without mods. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I didn't think I was up there quite the right place, but hey, you never know unless you
All
try.
gonna come down to play style.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or
It'll
who gets the video out first.
it'll be fun. Cuz ultimately that's what it's about, just having fun.
Yeah.
Farmer Bradley Powell has a serious farm sim question for you, caveman.
What's his question?
On his remote control Jeep, he's got two tires that are tilting. Are they supposed to be that way?
Uh, Honestly, I can't answer that question without actually physically looking at it, because some of those wheels do tilt a little bit. It's the way they're built. But most of them, they're not supposed to really tilt. What it really comes down to, if the tire's not wobbling, you're fine. If the tire's wobbling, you might want to look at the axle.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. I hear you, Kevin. I think I'll probably be doing both for a while. 19 and 22. At the rate we're going, I'm not sure we'll be done with this map by the time 22 comes out.
I'm not sure we will be done with it either.
This map has a lot going on. A lot going on.
Oh yeah.
If we want to be done with this map before or by the time FS22 comes out, we would have to spend a lot of hours playing on it off stream. And we already spend a lot of hours playing on it off stream. Right, Caveman?
Yes.
He says with such enthusiasm. Yes. You are killing me, Holmes.
Who?
You, I'm sitting here waiting to get this last. Oh,
Uh,
those are birds, not rocks. To get this last row.
Well, I've got a ping of 3,000 right now, so the fact that I'm doing anything is a miracle.
See, aren't you glad I insisted on getting the rocks off the field?
Well, believe it or not, I didn't have that problem when they were all on the field.
Oh, that's scary.
I think it's the fact that there's so much stuff so densely packed that it's causing it for me. Because,
Yeah.
bad internet.
That's a good question, Matthew. We're coming up on Canadian Thanksgiving, and then a month after that is the Thanksgiving in the U.S. You guys got any great plans for Thanksgiving? Anybody even know yet?
Well, I can tell you nothing as elaborate as last year.
I might just stream on Thanksgiving. I have to give that some thought. I know everybody will be hanging out with their families, but I mean, I'm going to be here pretty much by myself, so it's not like I've got anything better to do, and I'll probably be sitting in front of my computer working on something anyway, so why not throw an extra stream out for the holidays? Maybe I'll do it on Friday after Thanksgiving. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get there.
We'll say you might lose a lot of viewership.
From
Friday after Thanksgiving, all the sales that go on, people going to the store,
oh yeah, but
catch sales.
by that time of day, if it's in the evening, they'll all be back from their sales and they'll just want to sit down and watch YouTube.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, Paul562, how you doing, bud? Oh, nice. Just got off work too. Nothing like the end of a work day, is there? Do you want this truck hooked up to that log trailer, Caveman?
Doesn't matter. There's a truck over there by it now anyway.
Oh, well, I was dropping the trailers off and I needed to head back and grab the tree harvester, so. A Thanksgiving parade on a map. And is there a way to do that? Is there a parade balloon mod? And we could just have tractors? That's always a possibility, isn't it?
I mean, not to my knowledge, but I mean, it's possible we could just get a bunch of old tractors, some old equipment, some new tractors, some new equipment.
Get a
Maybe
an
a
old
hay wagon with some
yeah.
hay bales.
That's what I was thinking, like a hayride type thing.
Something like that.
Alright, this is the one bone that I have to pick with FS19 and mods, and I realize this is pretty much a content creator thing. It's not something anybody would necessarily care about unless you were making videos. But I wish we were able to add people. They add pedestrians to maps all the time. Why can't I put somebody in one of my videos that isn't bouncing and jittering?
Yeah, that would be a beautiful thing.
I've only ever found one placeable person. And guess where he ended up?
Off the grid.
Off the grid. Where else would he be?
New Mexico.
Yes, New Mexico. Alright, my apologies if this is a sensitive subject for anybody, and I genuinely mean that, but is anybody else kind of getting sick of hearing about the Brian Laundry Gabby Petito thing?
I
Again,
don't even know what you're talking about.
all right, then I'm not gonna go into it then if you don't even know then. But man, it has just inundated the news. That was my key.
And that's
Gotta-
why I don't know about it. I don't watch the news.
Come on, caveman, you didn't want to get crushed by that log? There's a fatal flaw in this tree harvester. Did you see what just happened? Like one of these logs, all of the branches stayed on it. Oh man, we've got some funkiness going on.
Yeah, no, I didn't see what happened. I'm sitting at 3,000 ping still.
Yeah, my tree harvester is perpetually spitting wood chips. Like, it just keeps kicking out wood chips. That's funky. I wonder if this will fix it. That fixed it.
Stop. Stay put.
Alright, before I cut this next one, I'm going to try to get in close because the tree sounds are happening, but I think I'm so far away that you really can't hear them. So let me try to get into one really tight and see what happens. The first thing we're going to do here is open up our chicken coop a little bit.
Want to get that nice and open?
Okay, let me see if I can get in here so you can hear what's going on. Oops. So even in the tree, when the tree harvester pulls or cuts the tree, and once it starts to tip, it makes the tree falling in the forest sound.
Make sure you get the sound it makes when you drop a log on a log.
That ought to be close enough. Yep. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it's pretty slick. Or even if you bump a log with a piece of equipment, it seems like it's making that sound also. Okay. So that's the front door open. Now we want to clear the area back here behind the chicken coop because we've got a new building we want to put in. And don't think we've forgotten about the peanut factory, because we most assuredly have not forgotten about planters. The thing with planters is it's one of the buildings that we actually physically have to build. And so when we do it, we have to make sure all of our construction facilities are in place before we place that down. I don't have a way to do that, Bradley. You'll have to do it on your end, bud. Hey, I play. What's the good word, man? How you doing? That should be enough room for a road.
The sound works with an auto load trailer as well.
Oh, is it thumping logs as they load?
Yes.
Nice.
And it's beautiful. And when they roll around on the trailer.
I do use the steering wheel. It's a fairly recent addition, and I'm still trying to get used to it, which is probably why my camera seems a little funky, and I'm switching back and forth between camera and crane controls. So everything doesn't always work and play the way I would like it to. I'll be honest. Hey, we can't always be pros at everything, right?
That's right.
Alright, if you see a tree that I'm missing, caveman, let me know.
Okay. Let's...
Well, I've just barely started back here, so.
I know, but I don't remember what all needed to come out, so I'm gonna look at my template.
Faux place it, or yeah, look at the yeah, I got you. I feel you. I know where you're coming from. The important thing is I don't want this to take all day. I'd like to get it done fairly quickly. Oh, good for you. I played 27 years, man. Congratulations. That is a big, big deal. And welcome to the stream, Maxim. Very, very much appreciate having you with us, man. I don't recall seeing you here before. We always like getting new people in. I think I want to turn around and start working the other direction a little bit.
I was gonna say you still need to go out further.
Toward the grass field?
Yes.
Oh,
Not
so am I
maybe.
opening completely up to the grass field?
No, oh, no, not directly towards the grass field. Let's see here. After you cut that tree, go like where you were talking about, like follow where you were thinking the road was going to be.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean. I thought the road was going to be right where you're parked at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Oh. We'll cut that tree right there in front of you,
Oh, I am.
and then if you follow in the same way you're going now,
Mm-hmm.
um, you got another small tree in front of you. Then you've got that really really big tree. That really big tree would be the last one that I can think of that would need to be cut on, going out that wide, and then like that wide up to uh or go out towards the grass field some. Like,
So,
I don't know,
back
I don't know
here,
if
do
I'm
I need one?
confusing you or not.
Oh, you're confusing me. Go stand next to the tree you want me to cut. Since you know where the markers are. I play. There actually is a spray paint mod. I've never personally gotten it to work. There is one out there though. I have tried it, but it didn't really work for me.
This one needs to be cut.
Maxim is another one of my Ravenport walkthrough graduates. Apparently, glad to hear that, man. I love to hear the Ravenport success stories. Not just because it's something I did, because you guys got something out of it and learned how to play a game that I love so much. That's really why I like hearing those stories. Come on, tree harvester. There we go. My angle's a little off now. Is that the one you wanted?
This one right here needs to come out.
Oh, all right, let me finish this one first. My ugly tree pile.
It doesn't matter how ugly it is. I can always clean that up.
Anybody want to play the Giants version? And I mean Giants, not the software company, actual Giants version of pickup sticks. Why are we going so far back into the forest? I thought we were running directly along this. Yeah, I'm completely confused now. This is not what I remember.
Uh, from what I showed you before, this should be about right.
About right for what?
To put what we wanted to put here. Like, this is like from the pad that we've already got poured out this far is how wide we need to clear.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what I was missing. Hey, welcome
Yeah,
back,
so like
FF.
from like this tree, we run a 45
So I've
degree
got
angle.
I got a bunch of trees I
up.
got to get out of here.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna start trying to work fast then.
Yeah, so from that tree, a 45-degree angle up to uh, the tree that I'm standing at now.
The tree that you're standing at now. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell
It's
you.
not
I'll tell you, Ethan, and I'm glad to hear that you were another one. Um, that walkthrough is my most watched videos. The Ravenport walkthrough episode 1 has finally reached over 100,000 views. Can you believe that? I can't believe it.
over 100,000 views. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm getting stumpified. Just call me
Yeah.
Stumpy.
Stump Boy's not here. He's running late.
Well, you knew he was going to. He had to stop at McDonald's and pick up some 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 McDonald's Monopoly tickets. I play. Yeah,
I
we
thought you were gonna say he had to go get a cheeseburger.
we have got. You know, that's really what built my Discord. You know, we started the Discord to make sure that people had a place to go who were getting started in the game, and they had a place to go to ask questions. Um, so many people in the Discord started out on the Ravenport walkthrough. And a lot of these guys, man, they know as much, if not more, than I do now. I would go to them for answers.
Isn't that true?
It is true.
He's back.
Yep, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Where are you guys cutting the trees?
By the chicken coop. We need you to get the stump grinder, please.
Is it on a tractor right now?
Nope.
Where is it?
It should be next to the barn by the house.
Yeah.
That is a horrible camera angle. It's a little better. That's a little better. I really need to get this control sorted out at some point and switch the bloody direction, invert the axis on it. You push forward and it goes up, you pull backwards and it goes down. As far as I'm concerned, that's bloody backwards. Counterintuitive. Well, thank you, iPlay. You know, I actually remember playing the in-game tutorials and going, what? I mean, the bare bones basics are there, but then I started watching, and I didn't watch YouTube, I didn't follow YouTube, I didn't do any of that kind of stuff before Farm Sim. Like, I was not a YouTube fan. I didn't really pay much attention to it. And then I started looking up information about Farm Sim, and that's how I found YouTube, actually. I mean, I knew it existed, and I had watched a few things here and there, but nothing major.
See, Sharko forgot to turn on his stump radar again. Or he wouldn't have missed all the ones he had to drive by getting in here.
He also turned on his "How can I best get in the way" radar.
Keep forgetting that radar exists.
Just trying to help you out. That's all.
Stumpdar. We call that Stumpdar.
Yes, Stump Dar.
And the one tutorial I totally gave up on was the forestry tutorial. It was absolutely the worst. Sorry, Giants, but your forestry tutorial is awful. And that's mostly because that tutorial involves one of those crappy cranes. You know, the cranes that can't pick up anything or hold on to it for 2 seconds? Alright, take care, FF. You have a good night, bud.
Bye, FF.
Bye, FF. Okay. Let me look at my template again.
Been missing Jonathan. Maxim asked earlier if I was using a wheel, and we haven't seen Jonathan in stream for a few streams, but. And I'm sorry, I just bumped my microphone. Um, the wheel that I'm using, the Logitech Heavy Equipment Bundle, is courtesy of Jonathan. He was very kind and made that donation to Harv and Harv's World. And he deserves a shout out for being such a kind and generous supporter since it was brought up. 11:05 a.m. That must mean it's 6:05 for me. p.m. Which means it's 9:05 for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Weird you being on a different time system now.
Mm-hmm. It's a good thing I don't work a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6 type job, because I wouldn't be able to have these guys on stream. Luckily, I'm able to work some 6 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. shift.
So yeah, if you worked a 9 to 5, you'd be a very late stream for us.
Very late or very early.
That's true.
I want you guys to know that I cannot see behind me while I'm doing this. So if you're behind me, I'll probably crash into you.
Make sure I'm not behind you.
Yeah, they
I
do
cannot
have a
make
spray
sure
paint
noise if
mod,
there's
Eric.
water.
I started playing Farm Sim in April of 2020. It was my very first experience with Farm Sim. I had a very strong desire to learn more about agriculture in the real world, and I was a gamer, and I was like, well, there's a Farm Sim game. Maybe that will teach me a little something about real life agriculture. And it has. I mean, some of it directly, because I've learned equipment, terminology, and things like that. Obviously, Farm Sim is a loose representation of a simulation. It's not a perfect simulation by any stretch, but they do a good job.
It is also meant to be a game, so.
Well, you can say that about Microsoft Flight Sim, and that's that's more than you could almost be a pilot after you learn to play that. I've seen submarine commander simulators that you pretty much have to be a submarine commander to be able to successfully play.
Yeah, but those aren't fun though for the masses.
I wouldn't think so either.
I mean, I'm not saying they won't be fun for some people. It just
no.
The majority of people.
It does make for a very narrow scope. It's a very, yeah, I know what you're saying. I think we all get it.
Like even like American Truck Simulator. The truck itself is simulated good, but the economy's not, because it'd be terrible if you had to do like 300 missions to get a truck or something like that. Like, it would not have been
right.
Yeah. You need to take out the one right behind the one you just cut.
I can't. I'm not looking in that direction at the moment. I'm watching these logs cut, so give me a second.
This log's not cutting. Oh, there we go.
Oh, absolutely, Maxim. It absolutely is the best. So straight through where Sharko is parked at the moment?
Yes. That tall one right there in front of you. That one needs to go.
If I can get there. I'm fighting a stump at the moment. Okay.
And then we're going to start working back. So if the
What's your definition of back?
direction you're facing now.
Okay. So I was thinking I needed to clear in that direction a bit.
Yes. Actually, you see the tall, skinny tree in front of you
Nope,
that doesn't have any foliage low to the ground.
not yet, but I will in a second. Yes, like right along the edge of this pad here.
Yes. Yes. That tree needs to go.
And then all the way back to where it came from. Is that what you're telling me?
It's a little bit further back than that.
Okay. We're not too far off the mark, though. We should be done here shortly.
Now, if, let's see, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like 6 trees. Maybe 7 if there's another really tiny one in there somewhere. Sharko, you see that really tiny one in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go get that really... Go just mulch that really tiny one.
I hate those trees. They're the bane of my tree harvesting existence.
Yes.
Oh man, I cut that one really high. Oops. Can't miss that stump.
You can't. And, Sharko, come forward just a little bit after you get done with the stump.
Caveman's directing traffic.
Alright, stop. Right there. You see where Sharko's sitting?
Yep.
That's how far back you need to clear.
That's not that much farther.
So, yeah, there's one.
You don't
Maybe
have,
that little patch you're in there right now, and then the one single tree that's kind of between that patch and Sharko.
Take care, Gibberon. You have a good night, bud.
Take care.
There's going to be plenty of videos to make for FS22 when it comes out. Early and often.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and that just screwed up for some reason. I don't know why that did that. Oh well.
Would it drop the whole tree again?
You don't have to stay parked there, Sharko. I'm good. I know where I need to go. Yeah, it dropped the final
Okay.
piece. It didn't trim it.
Oh.
Which is why the fact they'll be in your way, so it's just kind of sitting there.
Well,
Did you get the ones at the front of the chicken coop, Sharko?
Yes.
The
Think
three
so.
that were there? There was 3 at the front of the chicken coop, like close to the silage pit. Like that side of the chicken coop.
Well, if you ever watched the Off the Grid series, one of my catchphrases in that series used to be, it's not so much anymore, but stumps are sneaky. They will hide. I have a T-shirt actually that says "Stumps are sneaky." That you can purchase if you want.
I don't see anything. At least nothing's coming up on my tree radar. So I
You
think
mean
I
your
got
stump bar?
Stumped are.
yes.
Okay.
Stumped are.
Okay.
I might have to go digging for the ground maybe to find them. They're there.
Oh, I don't want to spoil the surprise, Maxim.
Are we building it after the area's cleared?
Yes, absolutely. We want to get this cleared and built ASAP. We
Okay
are,
then.
if you wanted to help him get rid of some stumps, be my guest.
I was trying to keep the template up so I could make sure you got all the trees out, and it
That's-
looks like that last one right down there would be it.
straight ahead of me through Sharko at the moment.
Yeah, the one with the foliage, it comes down kind of close to the ground.
The one I'm coming up to right now.
Yes, the one you're coming up to right now.
Night pawn.
That was the last
Paw.
one.
A pawn. Paw.
Um,
That's the last one I need to cut.
that's the last one that I saw when looking at the template. Yes.
All right. If it won't work, we'll sort it out. Man, this is an ugly pile of trees. It's really not clearing branches very well.
I
Well,
think it's the trees.
I'm sure it is. See, it just dropped that one again too. Never had trouble with the
Okay.
Komatsu before. That's why I wanted to go with this one.
Well, we'll get it sorted. Let me see if I can clean up this pile here a little bit.
Well, we all know the trees on this are very different.
Like, you've got a nice clean pile for part of it, and then there's just a mess.
Yep. In fact, I'll help you.
Look, it's like everyone who plays Farming Sim, once they realize the trees actually take forever.
Bradley. Bradley thinks we're going to build a monument to him. How did you guess, Bradley? I installed a special mod just to do that.
Autoload's broken again.
Oddly, it looks like an outhouse. Oh.
Come on. Okay. Well, that's that.
Man, this is a train wreck.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna temporarily relocate these logs
That's what I would do.
and kind of get a couple of piles.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you could pick up the ones that aren't funky, so that we know exactly which ones are funky.
Benjamin, we're building something secret.
This
Or
is
as I don't even know what it is
this
yet,
is going to be
so-
our version of Area 51.
Is that the place where I have all the $18 million?
Benjamin, glad to have you with us. Thanks for stopping in. We are actually clearing a spot to put a new building in at the moment. We just advanced to where we can afford our own forestry equipment. We don't have to lease it anymore. So we bought a tree harvester and an auto load log trailer. And we got a building we want to put in. There we go. As soon as Caveman comes back, are we done stumping this, guys?
I think we're done with that area. I'll double check it.
I can't see my targeting reticle anymore. Okay, well, while I've got a spot, I can stand up here and look at what I'm doing.
It seems to be pretty clear.
Okay, so we wanted to create some produce in the form of one of these lovely greenhouses. These are really, really involved greenhouses, I have to tell you. A lot going on. And I'll have to wait for Caveman to finish loading logs before I can officially put it in. Now this is where we're going to place this bad boy. This is going to produce the watermelons that we need to feed our chickens. I know, who knew, right? That chickens want watermelon? I had no idea. But apparently they do.
That sound for the trees is so nice.
We wouldn't put a Starbucks or a McDonald's this far back in the woods.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure they're paying us to put one here, 'cause It's not 1 in 5 miles from around here.
We might have to do some additional clearing back here when all is said and done, but we have room to get it in at least. And hopefully...
Well, that was what I was going for, room to get it in.
There's one log left behind. I don't know if you're concerned about that or not, Caveman. I'm not, but it's up to you.
Okay, and
I'm ready to place it as soon as you pull the truck out.
I think you got it a little far forward. Like, push it back a little bit.
Deeper into the forest?
Yes, that's why I had you cut out such a deep trek into the forest. Like, if you take the edge of the building, and put the edge of the building, back almost in line with the edge of the chicken coop. That's what I had blocked it out for. Like, so if you come out straight off the edge of the chicken coop here,
You're talking about the edge of the greenhouse that has the big tank on the front of it, dead even with the chicken coop.
okay.
With the pad here.
Hang on. See where the back of my trailer is right now.
Yes.
Put the corner of the building where my trailer and the pad intersect. That's where I had blocked it out for.
Well, I can't do that.
Okay, so that's what I blocked it out for.
I can't do it because we'd have to flatten the terrain. If I move it this direction a little bit more, then I can just place it. Which,
Okay, that's fine. That's
It's
fine. I was just telling you
still-
what I blocked
it's-
it for.
yeah. Anyway. Oops. Oh, wow, I dropped it right on my own noggin.
Oh,
Anyway, we need to bring in compost, water. What else did we need for this bad boy? Let's take a look and see.
It's like lime and herbicide.
No, we tested it and we don't have to have those things. Compost, water. Oh, we got to get pallets.
that's pallets.
So we're going to need to run the flatbed over, pick up some pallets and bring them over. But for now, we need compost and water.
This is a massive greenhouse.
Actually, the water tank is the tank we're looking at right on the front, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Which in turn means that what I really need to do is this. Come on. There you are. We need a standpipe right about there. Yep. A nice little water spout right next to our water tip in. Perfect. Now we need to go get compost and water and pallets. Oh my.
Evan says we should build a Fendt dealership.
We should build a Fendt dealership. That's what we could do for Thanksgiving. The Fendt parade. Ooh. I like the idea of a Fendt parade.
I do too. I can be there for that too.
Oh, I know where that other truck is. Okay. Gonna get the other truck. I guess I'll run and get pallets first. Sharko, you could grab a tractor in this water trailer and run it
Where's
over
the
there
water trailer? Is it the one at the shop? Or is that where it is?
by the
It's
animal
the only
dealer.
tanker trailer we own.
Yep.
So make sure it wasn't any of the animal pens or anything.
Nope.
Nope, all the animals have water spouts. Or they're plumbed in. We just open the valve.
We've got more than 300,000 liters of compost. And
I'll
we
grab
have
a trailer and grab compost.
outstanding.
Leave those logs sitting there for right now.
We have got stacks and stacks of pallets built up. So this will get rid of some of those. That'll be handy. Let's make sure that I've got the right. Nope, we just need regular pallets. That's it. I've got an off-road truck, so I'm going off-road. Apparently I wasn't close enough. I'd have thought these were regular sized pallets. Oh, I guess they're medium sized pallets. They don't look very medium. They look pretty regular to me. There we
Am I
go.
allowed to trim some of the trees here?
No. Yes, of course.
Yeah, no.
Small trees? Okay. They're just two of the like itsy bitty little trees.
Yeah, get that crap out of there. Well, we may have cut enough trees that we paid for a good portion of that greenhouse anyway. We've spent $1 million this stream. Pretty darn close to it.
Yeah, pretty close.
Fanta. Fent. F-E-N-D-T. The only green tractor. I know I'm kind of in the minority. There's a lot of John Deere lovers out there. To be honest, Fent is my favorite, but as you can see, we're pretty equal opportunity. We ran a lot of John Deere equipment in the Yukon. Lots and lots of it.
That's weird. My accelerator pedal or key was locked.
I hate when that happens.
It happens to me too. Don't feel bad.
I was like wondering why I was trying to go forward. That was me.
It's a good thing there's no traffic on this map.
Right?
Well, it's a road. It's a road we built, so.
Because we break for nobody.
Especially me.
Sometimes not even for ourselves.
That's right.
What's breaking?
Yeah, what's brakes? We don't need those.
We don't need no stinking brakes. Hey, look at all that timber we come off there. Go
How
ahead.
much water does this place need?
Till it's full.
Probably a lot.
More than 1 gallon.
Oh, a lot.
It's alright. You should be able to pass through on that. Yes.
I think yes. No, I just need to be in the right spot.
Right. I think these pallets get delivered inside, don't they? Do you remember, Caveman?
I think they got delivered around back.
Oh, well, I guess I'm
I
gonna.
don't see them in the front spot, so
I'm gonna drive through to get them back there anyway.
really nice.
Oh, they spawn
Greenhouse.
pallets inside. These are pretty darn slick, I have to admit. And I've used a lot of greenhouses.
Like this looks like an actual legitimate farm greenhouse more than just like a house or like a
Right.
hobby farm
Right. It looks legit.
greenhouse. Oh, sprinklers are on.
Yep. We're gonna waltz inside there and show everybody what these things do. It's pretty impressive, I have to say. It really is.
John Deere is so popular probably because it's the most I think is advertised. I think that's why John Deere is so popular. Like that's the one that everyone grew up with. That's the one that everyone knows.
It's the one that got the most press, honestly. So, yeah, you get water in there, you get your pallets, you get your compost or some type of fertilizer, and the sprinkler system comes on. You can't really see it, but this middle section of this roof is actually open. And then as this starts to progress, you will start seeing crops growing along these different segments here. And this particular greenhouse, let's take a look. So we picked this one on oh, I don't want to do that. Oops. It will grow raspberries, strawberries, watermelon, mushrooms, looks like pineapples of all things, and then several different types of herbs. So this is the multi-greenhouse. It's going to it's going to provide us with a lot of crap. But the big crap is the chicken or the watermelon to feed our chickens.
And the herbs are pretty profitable.
Oh, the herbs are very profitable. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Abso-flogging-lutely. Well, guys, I hate to say this. This has actually been a very, very rapid 2 hours. We have accomplished all of our goals for this evening, though. We got our fields taken care of. I don't know what we're going to put in those fields yet. We'll replant something, though. You guys know how that goes. Anyhow, I think that's going to do it for us. It's been a blast, guys. It's been great talking to you. Oh, wait a minute. We can't go yet because we're actually getting some stuff to start cropping up in here.
Ooh, we are. I want to see this.
See the little mushrooms started growing.
Pineapple.
Pineapples. We got strawberries. Some type of herb, probably parsley. We got our watermelons coming in.
Oh, those are fast-growing watermelons.
Basil. Oh, these are our herbs down here. Basil, dill, mint, parsley, pepper, rosemary, and sage. And these will keep filling up all back through this compost soil until we decide to unload them and ship them wherever we're going to ship them. Language? What did I say something bad? Did something slip out? Honestly, I'm not joking. It's a very real possibility, and if it did, I apologize. I don't think I've ever let slip on on stream before, so sorry, Matthew, or anybody else. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode of PV Uncharted. You guys have been awesome. It's been a blast as always. Love hanging out with you guys. We will be back on Sunday, as always, at our standard time. Caveman Sharko, any final thoughts or additions?
Enjoy the rest
No.
of your week.
I was gonna say if you're a Canadian, enjoy your Thanksgiving.
And if you're a Canadian, enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Everyone else, enjoy the rest of your week.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, y'all take care.